Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. I hope that you guys all had a very, very happy holiday. And I gotta tell you, there's a guy out there wearing a Santa Claus hat behind me that may have had a really, really happy holiday out of nowhere and had a hell of a 2019, in my opinion, considering the circumstances. Now, if you guys watched my AMA Christmas Eve, I brought up the fact that Kevin Spacey gave us yet another creep fest of a Christmas video. Now we're gonna start with this and go over this a little bit, and then we're gonna go over Kevin Spacey's year. And just another big, great coincidence for Mr. Spacey. And this is him playing Frank Underwood. Now, Frank Underwood, of course, is the character on the Netflix special House of Cards special. It's series House of Cards. And although I didn't finish it, it was very true to form, and we're going to get into that. You know, about a sociopathic, psychopathic man that gains political prominence through, the most nefarious shenanigans, murder. I mean, it's very, very accurate. So for him to play this character now twice in a year and say what he says, and then all of a sudden this happens, boy, nothing to see here, folks.
You didn't really think I was going to miss the opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas, did you? It's been a pretty good year, and I'm grateful to have my health back. And in light of that, I've made some changes in my life, and I'd like to invite you to join me.
Now, once again, notice that it's got kind of that southern drawl. You think this might have been a little bit, just a tiny itty bitty bit, based on his good friend, Bill Clinton. And a lot of people are like, well, Bill, no, they are good friends. This is them together in the White House back in the day. We're talking about a relationship that spanned decades and intertwined in what? Epstein's slither circle. The slither circle I talk about. Okay, there they are again. Here's another one. If you want to see how long their relationship lasts, it's a long time. If you don't think that character is somewhat based on his relationship with Clinton, you're very foolish and naive. Of course it is. Of course it is. So let's go back. He's got his health back. Things are looking up.
As we walk into 2020, I want to cast my vote for more good in this world.
Oh!
Ah, yes. I know what you're thinking. Can he be serious?
I'm dead serious.
He's dead serious. He's dead serious. Wow. Well, thanks, Kevin.
And it's not that hard, trust me. The next time someone does something you don't like, you can go on the attack.
Spoiler alert, like pushing the woman who's a reporter you've been feeding disinformation and other information to in front of a train as kind of like the oh shit moment of, I believe it was the second season of House of Cards, and getting away with it. That was the first murder, okay?
But you can also hold your fire and do the unexpected. You can kill them with kindness.
Oh, he's dead serious. And you can kill him with kindness. So yesterday, out of nowhere, Princess X, who took his own life, had accused Kevin Spacey of groping him. So Ari Ben, who is 47, he's the ex-husband of Princess Louise. I believe they have a couple of, or 3 children together. And he had accused Spacey of inappropriately groping him at a 2007 Nobel Peace Party. Now, here's the kicker. Last year, when he did this, when it was Spacey Fest, okay, he was holding this. Take a look. He's holding that. He's holding a royal mug. Now, a lot of people try to point out, again, in the slither circle, were people like Prince Andrew, and this was kind of a shots fired at Prince Andrew, but did he ever grope Prince Andrew? I don't think so. However, another royal, it could have been much broader than that. I'm not, again, he's had such an amazing year, and, he puts this out, and then the next day, this guy's dead. No big deal. And then this year, remember, the groping lawsuit against Kevin Spacey got totally dropped, right? Another one of these groping lawsuits. Everybody focusing away on the teenage children that have accused Spacey of abuse, by the way. But we'll get into that as well, because that's an important part of this subject. So that gets dropped, and then lo and behold, well, look at that. In September, the accuser dies. Enough, just done. Gonzo. And like I said, you know, he bases this character somewhat on Clinton. And remember, they're riding around on Epstein's jet together. They did a lot of humanitarian work together, he and Clinton. Okay? He even, you know, played Bill a couple times, huh? Take a look. But very much in this Slither circle, okay? Who else was he close with? Close with a guy named Bryan Singer. Did a lot of movies with Bryan. Actually, his breakout role in most cases, Kaiser Soze, Verbal Kint, a.k.a. The Usual Suspects, and the first big feature film that pushed Bryan Singer into the mix, right? Now, Singer, also, hell of a year for what he's been accused of doing. For the film An Open Secret to be around now for, it's got to be like 5 years old now, 6 years old, exposing him. This guy's still walking around. They're still talking about maybe rehiring him for some of these movies. You know, James Gunn got his job back on Guardians 3. He may not do Red Sonja this year, but somewhere down the line, will somebody hire Bryan Singer? Very possibly. And it wasn't just one film with Kevin Spacey. They did several together, as you can see. His failed attempt at Superman, he was Lex Luthor. And another guy who was with them, okay, and you know, Ian McKellen's an open homosexual. He made some pretty bad comments, you know, supporting those guys, and then had to retract on them because that's how Hollywood works. And then we'll leave you alone, Ian. When it comes to the abuse of people in positions of power, the correct response is clear, the actor wrote. The accusers must be heard, and the accused given the opportunity to clear their names. If the accusations prove credible, the abuser's access to power should be removed. Is that right, Ian? Because on Apt Pupil, the film you did with Bryan Singer, everybody on set knew he was abusing your co-star. Everybody knew. And that person ended up taking their own life. Right, Ian? So don't give me your fucking bullshit. This Hollywood bullshit that we let play on and keep going. And we feed into this celebritard culture. And that allows just people in your face. Ari Ben, under 50 years old, you know, takes his life. Been a good year for Spacey. He literally says, dead and kill in a video that's less than 90 seconds. Okay? It's less than, it's like a minute long and change. Kill him with kindness. Dead wrong. Oh, man. But I'm the kook. I'm the nut job. You know what I'm saying? How dare I suggest that there might be anything nefarious going on with Kevin Spacey having such a lucky year? How dare I suspect anything nefarious going on in the murder, I mean suicide, of Jeffrey Epstein? How dare I question when powerful people get accused of high-level abuse and are in the slither circles of royalty, presidents, and Hollywood movie stars, of tech giants. And I suggest maybe something nefarious is going on. I'm the conspiracy nut, right here. He's the nut job. So, you know, even though it trended yesterday, even though it makes people feel uneasy, don't think Kevin Spacey doesn't want a Hollywood comeback 100%. Don't think guys like Bryan Singer aren't planning on returning to directing films. Don't think there aren't another baker's dozen plus of high-level abusers. You know their names and you worship on the altar of celebritard infotainment culture, because there are. I guarantee it. And with that being said, folks, I'm a documentary filmmaker. You can check out all my films free right here in the documentaries playlist section. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture. But what I really need you to do is get over here. Who's going to be the 100th retweet on the Conor McGregor thread to try to ensure that a violent rapist, a man who beat a woman, allegedly. All this is allegedly over a year ago, and the media is covering it up. This is a very long thread. I need you to tweet this out to all media personalities. You want to talk about the abuse of power? This guy's worth billions of dollars to Disney, ESPN, WME Entertainment, that entertainment group that represents a lot of these Hollywood scumbags, that group. He's worth a lot of money to them. And that's why they're covering this up. That's why you don't know about all the forensic evidence, the CCTV footage, the witness testimony, all of these. Okay? It is understood she's presented in a highly traumatized state with extensive bruising. She's also bleeding, choked, all that good stuff. And nobody's talking about this. He walked into the Gardaí station right after it happened, said it was consensual with the barrister. She still hadn't given his name up when they did arrest him in January, okay, and then let him go. He said it was consensual. She bit him. I mean, you can read the leaked WhatsApp messages. Everybody tries to say are fake. They're not fake. They're 100% real. They give you disturbing details about it. You can check out the RTE leak, the actual leak of where he got arrested. All this being covered up. So what I need you to do is you could not only retweet if you're feeling like it, the video at top and the thread, but individually each tweet is really important. We want to stop high-level abuse. We want to not make a mockery of things like Me Too, where Harvey Weinstein, another guy in that slither circle, is walking around a free man. That's how you do it. You let your voice heard, and you expose these people for what they are. Thumbs this video up, share it with others. Join the Burmese Brigade if you like real news that goes beyond the left-right paradigm, that doesn't care what side of the fence you're on, conservative, liberal, makes no difference to me. You're a human being, I'm a human being. We can have a conversation, okay? I think that's very important. And if you want to financially support my work, here it is. I got to go fund me. That's how I do it. No Patreon, no Subscribe Star, no bonus content. I give it all away for free. I usually do 3 to 7 times a day. I'm working on something for New Year's Eve. We're going to see what we do there, but I don't think I can do 24 videos in 24 hours like I did. But I'm hoping to have some big names, big guests coming up for the New Year's. And without you, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you guys so much. Consider financially supporting me. Consider giving those retweets. Consider joining the Burmese Brigade. I love you, and I'll see you on the flip side.